What's up, guys? We are FrenzyBlacksburg. Welcome back to episode 2 of Frenzycast. This week, we interviewed Mansion Mommy, a local Blacksburg band debuting their first mixtape, ANKRAGE, coming soon. I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit more about Frenzy if you don't already know who we are. We are your go-to source for the latest and greatest in music reviews, information, and interviews. Our team of contributors, including me and Will, work tirelessly to curate the best album reviews from a variety of genres, providing personal reviews and insightful commentary so that you guys can see what we're interested in and we can see what you guys are interested in. We believe that music is a powerful force that can bring people together, and that's exactly what we want to do. We want it to be collaborative, and we want you guys.
Yeah. So like Mike was saying, we are looking for more collaborators to work on our website with us. What that would look like is writing album reviews for your favorite albums, maybe doing some media work for us, and also just keeping up with the latest in the music world. We are also looking for local bands to interview to do something like we did today with Mansion Mommy. With that being said, let's get into this interview with Mansion Mommy, and make sure you guys stick around to the end for a special little music video.
All right, guys, welcome back to Frenzycast episode 2. Today we're sitting with Mansion Mommy, who just debuted their first mixtape, ANKRAGE, last night. Today we're going to delve into their minds a little bit and figure out what their creative process looks like. I'm Mike Frank.
I'm Will Howell.
I'm Alexander Phoenix.
And I'm Alaska King.
Let's dive into it.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
All right,
Holy
so
shit.
first off, what inspired your genre assignment? So I know you guys consider yourself cousins Synth-Hop Duo. Was that kind of, did you guys assign yourself that? Did someone else kind of inspire that? What was the thinking behind that?
Behind like our sound?
The sound and just also like the genre
Yeah.
that you guys chose.
I think it's just because I think the coolest thing now is that we're able to make our favorite genre of music, because like I grew up always wanting to do music, and you know we both grew up wanting to always do music.
Yeah.
Like I guess for our sound, like our biggest inspirations are like Tyler,
Definitely Brockhampton.
Brockhampton. Oh yeah,
Definitely.
Brockhampton. Definitely Brockhampton.
Definitely technical difficulties from Brockhampton.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, that was very cool.
Yeah.
And just how raw that stuff was.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's definitely technical difficulties.
yeah, definitely technical
Yeah.
difficulties. We hear songs that we like, and then we're like, what if it was better?
What if
Like,
we
let's
made
see
that
if we
our
can
own?
make it
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's a mix of that and sometimes some Griselda as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And JPEG too.
Yeah.
JPEG Mafia is like one of my favorites ever. Kanye, Young Lean specifically for me too has been a really
Yeah.
big inspiration for me. And then I think it's also really sick too because like it's like we call it synth-hop,
Yeah.
which is like we have like the keyboard and everything over there. Jack produces and it's just insane on the keys. But even though it's like hip hop and trap, I mean it's also like equally sample based as well,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is like our love for sampling and the chipmunk soul. Like
Yeah.
I think it's really interesting because like Jack and I have like I would say like 80 to 90% of the same music taste, but
Yeah.
like that 10% that doesn't overlap, I guess is like kind of like the secret sauce
Yeah,
in a
that's
way.
nice, yeah.
Because Jack listens to like a bunch of like soul samples, like soul from like the 60s and stuff like that. Like and then I listen to a lot of like post rock.
Yeah.
Like my favorite album of all time is this is like 2-hour long album with like no words on it at all, like no lyrics
Yeah,
or
just
anything, and it's
instrumental,
just
yeah.
drone and ambient stuff. So like I think are just really big fans of music and art in general,
Yeah.
and it's really cool to just have like music is sick because it just has no rules. Like you can literally just do whatever you want,
Yeah.
and I think that's like us just being such big fans of music and being like, "You, dude, we can literally make whatever we want to make with
That's
this."
true.
And I think that's really cool with it. Yeah.
First off, I want to thank you guys for coming out today. I'm really excited to do this. And you guys,
Yeah.
you guys had a
sick.
house show last night. I want to hear more about that. How did that go?
Dude, it was great actually. We
Yeah.
The people lost their minds, man.
Yeah.
There's we gotta. I think we're really surprised at the support that we've been getting, like just starting out, and I think Blacksburg is such a welcoming kind of music
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
The scene is definitely exploding.
it's
There's
growing.
artists everywhere. The venues are popping up. New
Yeah.
bars coming downtown. Blacksburg is just a great town for anyone who wants to get into music.
And it was like really interesting too because I feel like right after COVID happened, like everything just died in general.
Yeah.
And then
It was
it's
a
like
ghost town. The whole world was deserted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that was like really sad because I didn't know that there was a scene in Blacksburg at all
Yeah.
for like alt or indie or hip hop, and there is, and
Yeah.
there's like a really really cool artists here and like amazing people, and I think the coolest like part about is really the community aspect of it. Like I've met most of my good friends here through like creative stuff and music stuff here. Like this is like such an insane town and cool people, and like I just think that like the house show community here and just the art community here, there's something special. And like I think something that I really want to do is like everything possible that we can do to like give back and like show people that like and introduce people to like this really cool group of people, really cool art scene here.
What I also didn't realize is that, like you said, there's artists popping up everywhere. Everyone is super cool. I didn't realize how connected all the artists are, because like I know you guys, and through you guys I've met so many different other artists, and through those artists I've met other artists. So it's almost like every artist in some respect knows the other artists, and it's just one huge community, which is just so awesome.
It's really cool too, and I love the like the punk aspect of it too, like being able to just go insane. And I mean, I think moshing is a form of self-expression, honestly, and like having a community of people that you can just like go super hard with, and then like go chill outside afterwards is like so insane. And then talk about like deep stuff too, like the like just it's like a party but better, I guess.
So what kind of made you guys want to start producing in the first place? Like, was there a sort of aha moment or just a spark in your mind that made you say, I want to do this forever?
Yeah, it was kind of funny. I remember the song that first introduced
so
me
nuts.
where I was like, I've always played piano, but then I was like, how are the songs I like being made, because like, it doesn't sound like piano. And then I think I was maybe 14, and then there's this Adult Swim special that has MF Doom on it, and it's the Christmas special, and there's this one song called XXX Miss Ladies. And then I was like, this song is nuts. And I was like, how did he make this? It was made by Cook and Soul. And then I was like, then I just got into him, and all the like sampling was like huge. And learning how to like, track that to, assign that to like keys is just amazing. But like, that came from a very specific place. I remember listening to that. Like, that's cool as hell. And then during COVID, then having nothing to do but just like dinking around and stuff. But there's been plenty of shitty beats made.
Well, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, it's always a process.
Not everything is great.
That's the coolest thing, is that like there's really so much less of an entrance curve than I thought there was. Like I didn't realize how fast progress builds up if it's like a little bit every single day. And to anyone that wants to do anything creative, it's like the jump is not as big as you think it is. And I think that was like the coolest thing ever. Everyone here in Blacksburg is like a DIY musician. Like I know people record in the studios and stuff here, because we have there's like a studio in like the tech media building, but like you can just do everything in your room. Like you can do everything on your couch, and
like Steve Lacy did it on his
everything.
iPhone.
Everything's so accessible nowadays. I feel like
it's really cool, and I just thought that there's like be a way bigger jump into getting into it, and there really isn't.
So is
really cool.
the hardest part just kind of convincing yourself to actually do it? Would you say?
For me, definitely.
And
For me, definitely.
Things are okay. Like like you could make something, and you're like, I don't know if this is really great, and it doesn't have to be great. You just have to, as long as you love what you're doing.
People
can hear that.
That's another thing too, and why Alaska is being so big for me is that like it's supposed to be fun. Like you're supposed to like have a good time doing it. And I felt like I would just get in my head so much with the stuff that I was writing as like an individual artist, because like I've just had a history of like I love like really fucking sad music. I love like really, really sad music. And so like I would always just try to come into a song being like, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about that. And like I don't think I've ever written a single thing good in my life when I come to a song with like an idea. And then especially just me getting in my own head, Alaska has been so big for me, but like, yo dude, fucking have fun, bro. Like stop compartmentalizing and just have fun. Like it's been so much better having like a team around you, and to be like, yo dude, like chin up, bro.
Like, you're too sad.
Yeah, you're too sad. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I love
like, take
Jack.
a lap,
So
dude.
yeah.
Get on the trampoline.
We were recording. Yeah, we have this trampoline. So Jax, I'll let you explain how you got the trampoline.
Oh yeah, just a free trampoline, man. It's just like my family bought a trampoline, And then
Is it
as
like a
gift-
big one or like one of those little like one person?
Well,
I had a
it's
one-person one when I was a kid.
person, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you could fit. We've gotten
Yeah.
2 to 3.
No, but like, didn't you buy like your parents bought like a big trampoline?
My parents bought a big trampoline, and then as a deal, it came with a small trampoline.
You got the bundle. You got the bundle.
Rarely do you
Yeah.
need 2 trampolines.
And then Jack is like over break. He's like, "Yo, dude, I got the trampoline.
I got the
Get the
trampoline,
trampoline."
dog.
And he drove it down like
In the
5
Mini Cooper.
hours in the Mini Cooper from Nova, and now we just have this trampoline. And like, so I was like really in my head when we were recording like. All of our songs are like really high paced. Like most of them
Yeah.
are super high paced, energy,
Yeah.
rage stuff. And I was like so sad in my head. And he's like, I was like, yo, dude. Jack was like, dude, go jump outside
Go take a
on the trampoline. And I like, jumped on the trampoline, and then came back, and I just like crushed it. It was so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, the
That's
trampoline
awesome,
really does
yeah.
clear your mind.
Yeah,
But-
having
like a
someone
portal.
with you the entire time that can give you feedback and then also encourage you is like the coolest thing ever. And especially because like we've been working on and like having our relationship for so long that we have the same like creative ideals and
Yeah.
like lifestyle and inspirations in art too. That it's kind of like I don't know. I feel like Mansion Mommy is really just like both. It's like one being and. Like I feel like you're like the other half of my brain in a way too.
Yeah, we're a mansion creature.
Yeah, yeah, it's really cool.
So
All right, we'll reel it back in here. So how long have you guys been producing and like songwriting? And then on top of that, how long has Mansion Mommy been in the works for you guys?
Ooh.
I've been probably producing for the past, probably about since freshman year, so probably
Wow.
4 years.
Okay.
probably
Wow.
about.
Yeah,
But then Mansion Mommy's been in the works for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
I'd say.
yeah.
some form of Mansion Mommy has always
Yeah.
existed.
Yeah.
In some capacity.
Like growing up with each other, just having like when it officially became a thing is different than what it's been, I
Yeah.
guess,
Yeah.
because it's taken its time to like develop in like who we are and then what our tastes were, but
Yeah.
it's always been a thing that like we've been shooting each other ideas for years.
yeah.
And then it just eventually became Mansion Mommy. But yeah, we've been shooting each other ideas even when we were like little kids, like running around too. Like there was always something.
Yeah. There was always some performative aspect
Yeah.
of everything we've done. But yeah, Mansion Mommy's all about performance. It's all about fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole idea is just being bold and being electric.
Yeah.
And that's kind
I like
of what
that.
we've been working on this
Yeah.
whole time.
Yeah. I guess like going back to the name, we want to like have a big reveal on how we got the name
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
But I guess
Keep it mysterious. For
yeah,
now.
keep it. But
On the DO.
I think what it like really stands for is that like the energy because we like mansions.
Let's go over the acronym first.
Yeah, let's go over that.
Um,
Yeah.
It's an acronym.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I did not even know
Yeah, I
that.
didn't know
M
that either.
stands for meticulous.
Mhm.
A,
ANKRAGE.
ANKRAGE.
The demo.
N.
Demo for every letter.
It's a long-
Well, maybe we'll just leave it
Yeah, we'll leave it
there.
there.
We'll just leave it
Little,
there.
just a little sneak peek, just a sneak
Yeah,
peek
just a
for you
little
guys.
You really got them going.
Each interview will disclose one more letter.
So going back to you guys talking about how you have like 80 to 90% the same music taste, where the extra 10% is kind of the secret sauce. So when it comes to, because we've listened to your music and there's different different samples on each demo. So what is the process like? Does one of you have one that you pitch the other one and then they say they like that, or do you guys kind of just split it up? Like what is the creative process like
Yeah.
behind each song?
I think I usually do most of the
Yeah.
songs.
Well, Jack produces
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Jack produces everything.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
yeah, I find samples kind of. I mean, you send me songs sometimes. You're like, this would be kind of a cool sample.
Yeah.
And I'll like look at it. I don't know if. I'm trying to think of one that you might have sent me that.
Yeah, I don't think
is
you've
on there.
flipped any of it, but like I think I don't want to answer your production style question.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Otherwise, it's finding like funny YouTube rabbit holes, and then just finding.
That's like my biggest
songs.
contribution to the sampling on the mixtape was like, yo, dude, we should add this. We sampled.
It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, I have an It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia tattoo.
Yeah,
it's like my
sick.
favorite show of all time.
Yeah.
And my favorite clip of all time was when Mac and Charlie are trying to like fake their deaths, and like Mac is like, okay, we're gonna drive directly into this wall and fake our deaths. And there's this clip of Charlie like screaming after Mac like immediately gets in a freaking car crash, and he's like, ah! Ah! And we sampled that. on New Vision No Wings.
Yeah.
Like I've literally like. I was so obsessed with that clip. Like I would send it to my friends every 4 months, and then like I think that's what the art of sampling too is, that like having Jack that has the same internet humor taste of me, that we can just throw in these like really like shit that we think is funny or cool is insane.
Anything can be music.
Yeah.
The internet is just so expansive too.
Yeah.
Like
You can pull
literally
from
anything
anywhere.
you can think of, it exists.
Yes.
And if it doesn't, you can make it exist.
Yeah.
So it's just
And I guess like a lot of stuff too is us being like, yo, we should make a song like this, and being like, yeah, but then we don't do it. But then it just like I think like constantly shooting ideas back and forth
It'll show up.
It shows up.
In the
Yeah.
thing. Be like, we really like. The last song that I think really was moving us was NST by Brockhampton.
Yes, NST.
Yeah.
That's
then-
what Blue is.
Blue didn't start like that. There's, I think,
The things can't stay the same.
the Blue started out with like
Things can't stay the
being
same.
inspired by Things Can't Stay the Same.
By Brockhampton
That
and
like
Off
sort of
Technical Difficulties.
driving,
yeah.
like kick and bass kind of combined.
Yeah.
And then but the sampling is kind of the funnest part, because you can find samples in everywhere. I think we found that sample in like some random like 60s like Indian song, and then
It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting.
just find it through different like,
Yeah.
because I was in the Indian club for a long
Dude,
time.
you're president.
Yeah, I'm president of Indian club.
Wow.
And then just get exposed to all kinds of things. So I
Yeah.
think half of making music is just getting exposed
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
random shit that you wouldn't have thought of.
Yeah.
Half to making music is listening to music, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I think people like I really want musicians to be a fan of music outside of
Yeah.
their own music.
Yeah.
Like we are music enjoyers, bro. Like it's like
Connoisseurs.
it's so cool being from someone that just like I guess like being a fan of music to like making my favorite genre is like the coolest shit ever.
It's like full circle.
Yeah, it is full circle. And
Is it surreal at all?
This is the most surreal shit ever
Yeah.
that we're like being interviewed by, like just in general.
Wait,
Like,
do you guys listen to your own music?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All musicians, all
Yeah.
musicians listen to their own music, but it depends on like everyone has a different like how often they do.
Yeah.
I bet.
I think we
Because,
listen to our music a lot, actually.
yeah. No, yeah, you have to, especially because we're dropping the mixtape
Yeah.
soon too. But like I think it's like listening to your own music can be super damaging because like for us too, like we became really numb to it, because like especially when the album or mixtape was like starting off, like when it's only was like 1 or 2 songs and you just like only have like the beats for them and the lyrics aren't there yet.
Yeah.
Beat over and over
It's just
and
like the
over
beat, and especially you producing everything, dude. Like how meticulous the process
Just
of
gonna
beat
just listen to
making
the
is.
same sample like over and over
Yeah.
again for like 12 hours.
And you become like you can become so numb to it that you don't enjoy it anymore if you
Yeah.
over listen to it.
But that's how you know you made something cool, is when you don't mind listening to it after
Yeah.
12 hours.
Yeah.
You're like, hey,
Yeah.
that's
I know.
funny.
I know a lot of artists are really hard on themselves
Yeah.
about their own music. Do you guys feel like you have that same obstacle, or do you think?
We are pretty hard.
Yeah.
Most of our
Differently.
stuff has changed a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everything was kind of rewritten in the past month, and if we spend any more time with it, then we'll kind of rewrite it again,
Yeah.
maybe. So I just
I
have
don't.
to like.
Yeah. I think it also was like really fine tuning everything.
Yeah.
I think we've been very hard on ourselves for it, but it's because like we really wanted this mixtape to be like a concept album, basically.
yeah.
And a lot of it was like, it's kind of, the creative process is like so cool, and how things fall apart and fall together, and then like this random whirlwind,
Yeah.
and then just waiting time for it to adjust, and getting the like it's so cool. Like you make these songs that become like one-offs, right?
Yeah.
And then you make another song, and then you're like, oh, I don't like that, and like, oh no, I do. And then it's like suddenly it's like, oh shit, you have something.
Yeah.
So it's like these random songs that you make end up becoming like, okay, this could be the opener, this could be the second one, and then you're like, okay, wait, based off these two,
That
making
becomes
a
the next song.
making
Yeah.
a song that sounds like this would be really cool.
Yeah.
And then we had like 1 to 3 of the songs that were like, we know where these are gonna go. We had 2 like openers. We're like, this one's gonna be. We need a closer. I don't know if any of this makes sense, but
No, I sort of
like,
follow it.
it's really cool.
Missing puzzle pieces, I suppose.
Yeah.
I remember, we were like, you know, what would go really cool here is a song that reminds us of Pots and Pans by Boldy James. Like, that's what we need to make.
Yeah.
But, and like, what if Pots and Pans was made by the Migos?
So, well, like, moving on, I guess, besides each other, like, who or what has been the biggest inspiration for Mansion Mommy so far?
That's a really good question.
Inspiration. I feel like a lot of inspiration has come from Danny Brown. Listening to Danny Brown is
Yeah.
kind of big for us. And, but like the chemistry that Danny Brown and JPEG Mafia have,
Yes.
it was kind of really inspired
I
us.
think Scaring the Hose
That
was,
album's so
it's
good.
definitely Scaring the Hose. Scaring the Hose came out, and then we were like, dude, we
I
need
bet
to
we
make.
came up with the name when that came
Maybe
out.
I think that's when we officially came up with the name.
Yeah, around that time.
I think the coolest thing too was that like we always wanted to have like this like duo, right? And we were like, we'll figure out the name eventually. And the first time that we shot the name to each other, we were like, yeah, that's it. Like it was like the first name we ever shot to each other, and it stuck. Like it was so cool. Like after years of never even like coming up with a band name, like we just like Jack shot it to me and I was like, yeah,
that's what. Yeah, you know when things just click.
yeah.
Is there any importance to the name being all capitalized?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we gonna find that out later or?
Well, that's just how things
Yeah,
are spelled in Alaska. Everything is spelled with capital letters.
Okay.
They haven't discovered lowercase yet. But a lot of it comes from our childhood in Alaska, I think, which is which has informed a lot of things, kind of creating the sound that we have, because you don't hear a lot of Alaska on the radio. You don't hear a lot of Alaska on SoundCloud.
Anywhere, honestly.
Yeah, it's hard to find. Yeah, there's not too many people in that scene right now. So, in order to bring Alaska to the world, we had to leave.
Yeah. And also, me and Jack are also just love like bright colors and like being
Just
bold
loud.
and shit. And
Loud
just
is
loud.
definitely the aesthetic.
But also like what has inspired, at least for me, like for me, Brockhampton and Kevin Abstract. Like Kevin Abstract's my hero.
Yeah.
At least for me, I have a lot of people that I consider heroes or idols of mine.
Yeah.
And I think that like Kevin, I've really, like when I was a kid, like I was like 14. And I found Brockhampton, and I was like, dude, this is like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Abstract was like, I've never seen myself more through like an artist and then personal interviews, and I was like, this is like my exact personality.
Yeah.
And then like being able to see his career and his progression as like his person, and then him being queer and then I'm queer too, was just like, wow, this is like feels like an extension of me. And I was like, I just always look up to Kevin. Like everything Kevin has done has been like a really big inspiration to me.
He even tweeted about you, did you know?
He tweeted me and Kevin. He DM'd me. It was like the coolest shit ever.
That's
Like
so
that was
sick.
like
awesome.
that
That's
was
life changing.
It was life changing. It was like right after.
I even felt high off of that. That
Because it was like it's like meant to be. It was like that is like my fucking hero. And so it was like right after they dropped their last album. It was like a few days later after that, and then like Kevin had like I tweeted something, and then Kevin like quote tweeted it.
Yeah.
It was a picture of me with my shirt off.
definitely flirting.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was cool, but
Yeah.
no, because Kevin Abstract inspired me to get into lifting too, because he got like fucking jacked, and I was like, yo, Kevin's jacked now, and no fucking way. I was like, okay, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And so there's like this one specific picture of him in this tank top, and I can't remember. It's like a Bob Dylan tank top maybe, but like I was like, okay, that inspired me. I was like, yo, fucking Kevin, you inspired me to start lifting, which is true.
Yeah.
And he was like, good shit, man. Like holy fuck, or something like that.
Yeah.
And then like fucking DM me too, and we talked, and I was like, yeah, like I want to
That's
have
so
like
cool.
a group of my friends, and I want to start this creative collective, and I want to move to LA, and like talk to him about that.
Yeah.
And that was like fucking insane.
was
Like
like,
that was like
Good job.
no, he was like, good shit, bro. Like, you fucking got this.
Yeah.
I was like, that is insane. Like, the internet's so cool, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
everything is like, I've had, like, interactions with, like, Fantano and, like, Denzel Curry and, like, a
I was
bunch of
gonna ask you
other
about
art.
Denzel
Yeah.
Curry.
That, like, everything is, like, so much. The internet's, like, the coolest shit ever. Yeah.
I was gonna ask you two people. Denzel Curry, I know you have a story about Denzel Curry. That's really cool.
Yeah. That was,
And then after that, I'm gonna ask you to get into a little bit about your interactions with Ho You Fat.
Yes, dude. Oh, dude, you guys are amazing fucking interviewers, dude. Holy fuck. Oh my god, I love you guys. Okay, so I would say like my career defining moment so far. And, like, my origin story was, like, after I had graduated high school, I went to a Denzel Curry concert in Charlotte. And I've been, like, a giant fan of Denzel Curry. And all the SoundCloud scene, too.
Yeah.
Like, that, like, Broward County, like, X, Ski, like, Smoke Perp, Denzel, like, fuck Space Ghost Perp, but, like, all of that, like, era, too. Like, that era of SoundCloud rap was, like, fucking Pump, too. Like, super big, and I was, like, really, really fucking with it. Denzel Curry was my favorite from that. I still want to get, like, a ULT I don't know if I'll get it here, but I want to get, like, ULT, which is, like, his thing. I've wanted to get that for a really long time.
Yeah.
Been, like, a really big Denzel Curry fan since I was, like, a freshman or sophomore in high school.
That's
and
awesome.
So this is, like, the point where he wasn't, like, fucking, like, giant at this point, but he had just put out Taboo. With Clout Cobain on it. No, he just put out Zoo. Put out Zoo. And so we all went there, my brothers and I, and my best friend Gavin, from my hometown. And so we went there. I was on Rail, and Rail was fucking insane. It's the first time I've ever been on Rail to a concert before.
Yeah.
And it was like me completely sober because we were all fucking kids. Yeah. And so we were just like, I was in the, I think I have a scar somewhere too. I don't want to lift it, but like I have this scar from being on Rail. And everyone's like, I was like, okay, yeah. And like, it was like so fucking sick. It was like 200 people. Like, it was like so intimate, and we were all moshing and going fucking nuts. And so, then he like walks off, and then everyone's like, encore. And he comes back in for the encore, and he's like, he plays a snippet of Sippin' Tino Hood by X.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then he paused it. I was like, yo! And because I was the only one. And then he's like, yo, you know this song? And I was like, yeah. He's like, get your ass up here. And I was like, what?
Yeah,
and then
no
two security guards
crazy.
lifted me up by my shirt and just put me on stage. And I was like, I am on stage with Denzel Curry. I'm about to fucking perform with Denzel Curry. And then I did. And everyone was going fucking insane.
Yeah.
And it was like the first time I've ever performed. And
the video is so great
it's
too.
Dude, it was so not like Denzel's in the fucking, and all of the like his friends and stuff are like going like fucking insane too. And like it was like so cool, like running it back and like seeing the videos. Like, dude, Denzel Curry was fucking with it.
That's awesome.
And afterwards, like I like went up to him and hugged him, and I was like, yo, bro, like your music like helped me like save my life. Clout Cobain was like a really, really important song for mental health for me.
Yeah.
And that whole album too, he talks about like a lot of just like deep dark stuff, and that album helped me a lot. It's like, yo, dude, that album really fucking helped me. And he just like fucking talked to me and then hugged me, and I was like, he was like, make some noise for Jake, and everyone fucking went insane.
Electric.
That was like like one of the coolest moments ever. And I was like, I want to perform, and that was like the coolest shit. Thank you, Denzel Curry.
Changed your perspective about the scene a little bit.
Yeah. Like I was like, dude, you can.
It's accessible.
Yeah, you can do this, dude. Yeah.
Do you guys want to talk a little bit? I mean, you don't have to give up too much, but what's on the horizon for Mansion Mommy? What's the future looking like for you guys?
Right now, I think it's kind of it took us a while to get this first project out. This first mixtape. It was all about finding the sound with our voices. We had to learn how to mix. We had to learn like what is our rapper voice.
Yeah.
And so I think we did a lot of experimentation, and that took us a while. But now I think we kind of know
we know what we're doing,
what we like and things like that. So I think you're going to be seeing a lot more output from us coming up. It's going to be like, we really like the idea of just making something and just putting it out as fast as possible. Like drop like a single, just something like that. Just like
I like that.
Like a couple of months or something.
Yeah.
Just as it comes.
A lot more performances and music videos and art direction. I think that's like another thing too, because I mean Jack's a fucking architect. Like Jack is an architect, so his love of art and design is really crucial to like what we do. I think art direction is super, super important. And I mean,
because Mansion Mommy is a lot of things. We have like we've been looking at video stuff. We've been looking at we have a lot of ideas for fashion as well, and trying to go beyond just the band shirt. Like, how cool would it be if like the merch for Mansion Mommy was like furniture? That'd be so cool.
Sick. Mansion Mommy is the lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. Or like if you had like just like Mansion Mommy bedazzled on like the ass of some like track pants.
Instead of Juicy. Mansion Mommy.
But definitely like a lot more output, a lot more performances, and like hopefully like being able to like go to like different like towns and perform too. That will be coming up. I'm really excited about that shit.
And the homecoming tour to Anchorage as
Yeah,
well.
that's gonna be insane, dude. Sell out Anchorage, dude.
So just spinning off that a little bit, Jake, I know you're a grad student. And Jack, I know you're doing your internship. Both of you guys are about to kind of move on from Blacksburg. So where's the future for Mansion Mommy? Do you guys continue?
Oh yeah,
What's
we're not
going
stopping.
on?
This is
Yeah.
life, dude.
No way we're stopping.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of places where we're trying to go. Coming up, I'm probably going to Australia, and then Jake's gonna find me there.
Yeah, I'm gonna find this man in Australia.
Yeah, but yeah, that's where my journey has taken me so far.
Yeah.
I've found myself in Australia a couple of times, and so
You're going back in 3 days?
I'll be back in 3 days. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'll be back
You're going to
soon.
Australia for 3 days and then coming back?
No. I'll leave to go to Australia in 3 days. And I'll stay there for
okay.
like 2 months.
Okay. I was like, that's a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean jet lag like crazy.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm really trying to find a way to get out to
Yeah,
Australia.
Jake's gonna be in
Yeah.
Australia too.
Yeah, I'll be there. We'll be there.
And then we're also looking at more long-term places. Like we want to be all over the place.
Yeah.
We've thought about New York a lot. We
Yeah.
really like that kind of scene. Know
The
a
scene
lot
in
of
New
people
York
there.
is
Nice.
And it kind of fits the Mansion Mommy aesthetic, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Like we're very unpolished. We kind of
Yeah.
just like throw shit out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of fits certain scenes in New York better than LA is what I would imagine.
Yeah.
In many ways.
So I just want to see like wherever. It doesn't really matter where it is. I just want to be with you and do cool
Yeah,
shit.
as long as we're together and we can have a scene that will accept us. That's
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that.
You guys were talking a little bit earlier about like kind of like the direction of your art style. Who does like the graphics and everything? Like okay. And so where are you trying to take that in the future?
Recently I've been really inspired by this guy named Gao Hang.
He's so cool.
or Hong. Gao Hong. Yeah, I don't know. He's really cool.
Yeah.
And his style kind of looks like PS2 graphics a little bit,
Okay.
but he just like
Yeah.
spray paints things and will use like hard edges to like make that kind of sharp I don't know, graphic like polygons and like
Yeah.
and PS2 graphics kind of stand
He
out.
makes like paintings, like real life paintings, but he makes it look like PS2 art. So
Yeah.
it looks like you're looking at a glitch in real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
And it's
How did
so
you
I've
find
noticed
this
that.
guy?
I don't know. I think I might have seen an exhibition of his actually in Australia.
Yeah.
But-
Okay. Yeah.
But there's all kinds of that he's probably been the biggest inspiration for him and why am I forgetting his name? The guy that did the eating
Oh, Goya.
Goya. Yeah,
Francisco,
Oh, yeah,
Francisco
yeah.
Goya. Yeah,
Yeah.
Francisco
I
Goya.
love his art and just like the lore behind him
Yeah.
is like
It's pretty
amazing.
dark. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's nice and fucked
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
But
I made the videos for
Yeah.
the recent thing.
Yeah.
that we
They
put
were
out,
they were
too.
sick.
They
What
were
was the
sick.
inspiration around those videos?
Dude, the amount of ideas that me and Jack shoot to each other on a daily basis
Yeah.
is so cool.
There's so many
But
Yeah.
I love F1.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
F1's like maybe my favorite sport now.
That's awesome.
And the Mini Cooper too was like a thing that we like too. So I was like, yo, dude, derby cars, like rally cars. And then you were like, yo, dude, what if it was like, because the other night that you showed me like, what's that video game that we used for it?
Ridge Racer Type 4.
Yeah,
bro.
Ridge Racer 4 is one
What
of
a cool game.
Jack's
bro.
games. And then what's the fight scene in it? What was that from?
Dude, we were looking at Final Fantasy, and then we were talking about like if Mansion Mommy's very bold, right?
Yeah.
And so we were like, who's bold as hell? And then we were thinking, like, you know when in like anime and like Japanese video games, how like Americans are always just like fucking like in your face and just like
Yeah.
insane. Yeah, they're just like that stand on hella business, man. That's like that's what we were like let's be the Americans that the Japanese are for.
Yeah.
And so they were
Let's
thinking
do that.
Yeah, let's do that. And so we think of Senator Armstrong from Final
Yeah.
Fantasy.
Villain.
But
Yeah.
he's so cool, bro.
He's so
He's, like, he's big as fuck. He has like a metal arm.
Yeah.
And he's still wearing his glasses and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, just being extreme, I think, is
Which
like
is
anything
all
that's
about.
extreme.
Yeah.
Rally racing's extreme.
Yeah.
F1's
Yeah.
extreme.
Yeah.
Oh, wrestling too. The other one was
Yeah,
wrestling. Was
wrestling.
actually
Yeah,
West Side
yeah.
Gun. West Side Gun's been super into wrestling recently.
Yeah.
I think always. He's
Actually, actually always.
yeah, I think
yeah.
he's an OG wrestling
Yeah.
guy.
Wrestling's really fucking cool, and
Mm.
so we were like, yeah, do you know what'd be really cool? Like women wrestling each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was
The
like
mommy
really
portion,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Can't have the
awesome.
mansion without the mommy.
No, you
Yeah.
can't.
Exactly.
Mansion mommy, hold the mommy, hold the mansion.
Mhm.
All right, well, we just want to give you guys the opportunity to let the audience know anything you guys got going on, anything you want to let them know.
Hey, fire.
Yeah.
We've
The camera
got
there.
ANKRAGE is our debut mixtape. It'll be coming out in December. Yeah. We'll choose a cool date to release it on. Maybe it's a Christmas date.
It's Christmas.
Maybe it's our present to the world.
There you go.
But yeah, dude. What else do we have coming? I guess
More
in that
mixtapes
case,
in the works?
more mixtapes, many more mixtapes. In that case,
music videos,
performances, lots to come.
clothes. I want to do like short films and stuff too.
Short films, anything, dude.
Yeah.
Furniture line, yeah, color swatches.
Overall swag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
overall swag.
Yeah. I think just like
We'll tattoo you if you want.
anything. It's just cool. So I just want to make anything I think is cool. Like having the position to be like, yo, we can just make anything is really fucking cool. And I think that's what like I love about you is that like you have the same ambition for just wanting to make cool shit. Like
Make
you don't
anything,
have
as
to
long as it's
stay.
cool.
Yeah, you don't have to stay in like a certain lane. Like you can just do whatever you want. And I think like having the freedom and then also like having like you as a second half of my brain is really cool for that.
Yeah.
And the other thing I wanted to plug is fucking you guys.
Yeah, you
dude.
guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shout out Frenzy. This is fucking unbelievably cool that like
Very cool
I
that's
was
happening
able
here,
to
too.
like
Yeah.
talk to anyone about this and the creative process. I mean, it's the only person I've talked to you about this. I mean, is Jack.
Yeah.
So being able to like really, and it's like helping me learn more about it too. Cause like,
Yeah.
oh shit, you're like, yeah. So like, I fucking love you guys. I love what you guys.
Yeah,
are
thank you
doing.
so much for joining
Yeah,
us
thank you
today.
guys.
It was a blast
Yeah.
getting to know you guys more.
Is he low? Yeah, glasses on. Okay, bet.
We shake your shit like we playing for the C-Mo, like we play dangerous music, making murder, people chains hanging to my boots, hefty like a Hummer diesel, and we smoking on that shit, and they rolling out ski evil. We on that crazy shit, and we faded up. Good girls on they bed, it's the hanging up. Like what can I say to you? I eat French toast in Australia. Yeah, you know me, bands or I got me, so money, silly racks on me. Red money, want me in the tummy. On the knees and the teeth like a gummy. Let's go bars, make it cover the smoke. Get to the heat, you were ready for the cold. Cheddar tongue blue like rum. Leave the gas on like we about to explode.
Baby gon' know I'm Alaska, like we live with the movie nasty. No hoe, we got bad again, but like what she even been in the casket. Out the border, we move right past it. We in the water, we on a ladder. We spill blood, we NASCAR. Talking big shit, but you don't in plasma. Wake up before you fucking